Three basic rigs for cane poles: split shot rig, a paternoster rig, and a float rig of some kind. That'll cover everything you need. Hook fan Tom Sawyer, baby. Well, first you need to learn several knots. For instance, here, let's see, I have an anchor hitch to secure the main line, and then I spiral the line either clockwise or counterclockwise all the way to the tip here. Break the pole where I have a half hitch, or rather a whip finish. It's kind of, that comes down to about 6-8 inches of line, where I tie a perfection loop. And this is, I believe this is 30-pound test line that I have as the main line. And that's going down to 8-pound test line, where at the end I have another perfection loop, or you can use a surgeon's loop, either one. And it's like a loop-to-loop connection, just like fly fishing. Loop-to-loop connection. Now I can tie whatever leader I want, which is about 12 feet of line. Right? It goes down to a single hook. Number 8 BB36 or 3366R, I think is what it's called now. Mustad hook, number 8. The knot to use to connect your hook is an improved clinch knot. I'll try to link to the video from Animated Knots for each one of these. Or a palmer knot, doesn't matter. Or any knot where you're going to be connecting to the... this is a palmer here, but often I'll use an improved clincher. The best place to learn knots is animatedknots.com for fishing knots. Trying to sit here and show you how to tie a knot here, you won't get it. But they use thick rope. It has stop motion where you can go to each stage of the knot tying process and learn knots. You're going to need to learn a perfection loop, an anchor hitch, improved clinch knot, maybe a palmer knot. Now, overseas in Britain and in Europe, they have very complex shotting patterns, and even salmon steelhead guys out west in the United States have very complex shotting patterns. In most of the United States, we don't have to have anything that complex, but let me show you one that I use. A split shot lead is a piece of lead, and this is leadless here, and it is split. I'd have to get the macro lens to show you the split, and it just clamps onto the line. Lead is generally soft enough that you can close it with your hands, but about 2 inches up. Put a single split shot there. I know that's not going to be enough weight, but what I do, let's see, that long. We want to double that distance. So about right there. So about 2 inches up, you'll put one split shot. Oh. And then about 4 inches up, I'll put another split shot. You see? Now it's staggered, about 2 inches and 4 inches. And then about 8 inches up, we'll put a third one. And why do you stagger them like that? It has to do with how the line is going to fall in the water. Here it's not as vital as it is in here, here, here. See how it'll fall more. Instead of it just falling and collapsing and twisting on itself, it'll fall evenly. More of a pendulum effect. I get the ball bearing size. Generally speaking, I get the ball bearing size split shots. And I can also make them myself. But these are some old ones Dad left me, and I'm still using them up. Now with cane pole fishing, you're generally going to be using live bait. Here, we're using European night crawlers. You can use maggots, you can use mealworms, waxworms. There's any number that you can use. I could even put a fourth one on here if I choose to, but I don't think I really need 4. If I was fishing off the main river there, I'd probably put a fourth one on. But here, take here, now the worm has a band, and that's the head. Forget what that band is called. You take him, hook him once, hook him twice, and hook him thrice, like that. And you just let it out in the water. If your arms get tired here, let it hold under your forearm. You get more leverage. Won't be so tired. Oh, green sunfish. Perfect bait size. Yeah, that's why we're not catching them, because they're just so small. Really need about number 10 or 12 hook. A little more like it. You won't live, but that's a good sized bait, bro. Good sized bait. All right, there we go. There we go. See? Pumpkin seeds. Come on now, I'm missing it with my hand. There we go. Yep. Now when I go back to the shop and start working on my bluegill pattern for my crankbaits, that's my model. The colors, the turquoise, the pink, the orange, the ear flap. That's my model. And that's what I'll use to inform how I'm going to make the bluegill version of my trolling plug. We're on the Black Warrior River. See the main river out there? Look for, off the main river, that comes into a cove like this. A cove like this, you can fish like a pond, like a lake. You can fish that side, you can fish this side, You can anchor up out here and cast into here. I'd rather not anchor up because there's boats coming and going. You can fish these weed lines. There's rocks, there's twigs. You can fish it like a little lake, because in many ways it is like a mini lake. And that way you don't have to worry about fishing the entire river. You can just go along a 1 or 2 or 3 mile stretch and pick out 2 or 3 little coves like this and fish them thoroughly. You know, in fact, that's why I like my old canoe, because that's how I would fish. If I had a little 2 horsepower engine for my little canoe, I would fish this little cove here and several other coves up and down this section of the river, from here all the way up to the first bend there. I would just almost fish that exclusively in the summertime if I wanted to catch brim and bluegill and bait. Just cane poles with a, you know. Right. True bluegill there. Not a pumpkin seed or a sunfish, the way we call them. That's more the colors that I'm seeing for my... See, you still got that yellow there under the tuft there, under the gullet. And I'll just use these little fish here for bait, you know. When the next time I go out and do a little jug fishing, that's what you do. And look, all we were using is this split shot rig. Split shot rig. No float, not a paternoster, just a good old split shot rig. And we just had to vary the number of split shots so we could get the right fall rate. And I mean, it's kind of hard to catch the action. They're holding real tight under this little bank here. A little greenie there, little baby greenie. Question is when you're painting your own, what colors do you see? I see olive greens, I see oranges and yellows, and I see turquoise. I mean, we're just casting right up there, just off the boat dock there. And there was a hit there. And they're not back this way, they're closer that way. Yeah, there we go, right there. Yeah, we got him. There we go, see? See? Little sunny. See? Again, see those speckled colors? Turquoise. Orange. You got the big ear there. A lot of details that give me a lot of inspiration to make my trolling plug, or the sunny or pumpkin seed, whatever you want to call it. All right, I've got a customer order to work on. They wanted a maple reel. If any of you are interested in handline fishing, you can do this same method with handline fishing, but it's much easier with the cane pole. So get you a cane pole, work on it. If you're interested in handline, check out the website and try it. And get you some live baits, some 8-pound test line, a couple of split shots, and just go catch them, man. And that, my friends, is the split shot rig.